Hello and welcome to our channel. Depending on who you talk to, the question of whether or not the United States will experience a recession soon is more a matter of when. Undoubtedly, a number of economic indices point in that direction. Although no one can predict the future with certainty, it is best to pay attention to the warning indications. The finest advice from Forbes Advisor and financial professionals to help you get ready for a recession is provided here. If your financial situation is in order, you have a better chance of surviving a recession. Start with these crucial duties if you've been slack with your finances. Make a budget first. Budgeting is a fundamental aspect of financial management that may help every household. It provides you a clear feel of what it costs to operate your life, said Sarah Stanich, CEO of the Montauk, New York-based financial consulting company Nurturing Wealth. The act of tallying up your costs and income and then reconciling the two can be done in 7 easy stages, so budgeting doesn't have to be challenging. There are several ways to put a budget into action as well, so weigh your alternatives to see which one you like. Reduce your debt as much as you can. The cost of debt rises as interest rates do. Also, if you are using a significant amount of your salary to pay off loans and credit cards, you won't have much left over to put away for a rainy day. A debt snowball can be a useful tool for debt elimination, which is a crucial component of recession readiness. Undoubtedly, some people won't be able to repay their debts before a recession occurs. If you do have a balance, Stanich advises looking for a low-interest, fixed-rate offer. Offers like these are generally only made to candidates with excellent credit, though. Debt consolidation may result in interest cost savings and predictable monthly payments, which can aid in budgeting during a recession. Establish a disaster fund. The time has come to strengthen your cash reserves because job losses frequently accompany recessions. Amy Mosier, Chief People Officer at iSolved, a provider of labor management solutions, advises saving up enough money to cover a few payrolls. If required, you might choose to temporarily reduce your $400 and ONEC payments in order to accumulate an emergency fund. It can help with a lot of stress relief, says Mosier. Let's now discuss how to save money amid difficult times. The ideal situation is to enter a recession debt-free and with a fully funded emergency reserve. Yet it's probable that's not always an option. According to Dustin Smith, Senior Vice President and Financial Advisor of Wealth Enhancement Group in Plymouth, Minnesota, you might not have time to establish funds before a downturn. If you identify, utilize these suggestions to cut back on spending before a downturn. Reduce your costs. Several options exist for saving money without sacrificing your way of life. These techniques include comparing cell phone plans, bundling insurance coverage, and using bill negotiation applications. Remember all the services you signed up for but never used as well. Stanich suggests checking credit cards for regular subscriptions. Several streaming services, automatic delivery, and online or offline memberships are frequently paid for by households. Your monthly bills might easily be reduced by $100 or more by getting rid of a few of these recurring expenses. Reconsider major purchase. Money-saving advice sometimes focuses on cutting back on tiny things like a morning cappuccino, but according to Smith, this strategy can only help you save a limited amount of money. Instead, he advises people to think about whether they can postpone making a significant purchase, such a new car or second property. That's the same as several cups of coffee, he says. Think twice before investing in a yacht or timeshare that may incur continuous expenses given the potential for a recession. A luxury vacation or other expense that can deplete your finances should also be avoided. Take up cooking at home. One of the biggest luxuries in a household budget is frequently food. Also, eating out is a major driver of this category as spending rise. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans' expenditures on meals consumed away from home, which includes takeout and delivery, increased by 27.6% in 2021 over the previous year. In a down economy, Cooking more frequently at home might save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars compared to eating out or ordering takeout. If you know the appropriate strategies, you can eat well while staying within your means. Consider making investments during a recession. You must be wise about how you manage your investments in the coming years because a recession often signals a sinking stock market. Transfer your savings. Rising interest rates have the benefit of making many savings products more profitable. Savings banking is actually once more competitive, according to Stanich. She has observed 3% interest-bearing high-yield savings accounts and 4% rate CDs. I-bonds presently yield close to 7%, with rates that are changed every 6 months to take inflation into account. It may be time to shift money out of an account that isn't earning interest if you have some sitting around. These savings products won't make you rich, and you should be mindful that CDs and I-bonds have withdrawal limits, but they are a secure way to increase your balance in a downturn. Roth accounts can be opened with retirement funds. Consider the possibility of being laid off or having your hours reduced as a chance to restructure your retirement plans. The best time to execute a Roth conversion is during low-income years. You should put your money in a Roth account so that it can grow tax-free, advises Smith. You must pay normal income tax on the amount converted when moving funds from a standard IRA or 401k to a Roth account. Your tax bracket may be lower if you have a low-income year. Maintain your investment course. It's normally better to avoid making significant adjustments to an investment strategy during a recession, though you might want to restructure the sort of account you keep your money in. Pulling money out of the market during a slump is actually the worst thing you can do. The issue, according to Smith, is that you have to be correct twice. When you get out and when you come back in, you have to be right. You risk locking in your losses if you cash out your investments during a stock market correction. Even if you are able to remove funds before a drop, you risk missing the rebound. In fact, some of the finest trading days when investments increase the fastest take place immediately following the worst days. Think about tax loss harvesting. Smith suggests that if you must sell investments during a recession, you should look for those that permit tax loss harvesting. This approach is selling stocks for less than you paid for them, then deducting the difference from your future tax liabilities. So make sure you know how the wash sale rule functions. You are unable to buy back the identical stocks that you lost money on. This disqualifies the sale from the tax write-off. So let's discuss some recession advice for both working people and retirees. There is always a chance that businesses will lay off employees when the economy contracts. Here are some advice for both people who are now employed and those who are about to leave it. Create an indispensable presence at work. The habit of completing the absolute minimum at work, also known as silent quitting, has received a lot of attention lately. Yet, you should use the opposite tack if you believe that, during a recession, your employment might be in jeopardy. Develop into the kind of worker who is willing to contribute and is a team player. According to Mosher, I would retain a less qualified employee who I know will raise their hand and have a nicer attitude. If you are laid off, make sure you ask your employer important things before you leave, such as when your benefits will expire and whether you may obtain a letter of recommendation. Postpone retiring. It would be wiser to delay your retirement until the economy improves if you had planned to stop working the following year. Smith claims that retiring in a weak economy isn't all that great. If you take early withdrawals from your retirement account during a bear market, you might find yourself short on funds later in life. Once you stop working, you might need to use your retirement funds to pay bills. Discover the risks associated with the sequence of returns before deciding whether you can endure 1 or 2 more years of employment. Begin early with Social Security. Some individuals can't or won't put off retirement. If you are at least 62 years old, you might want to think about starting your Social Security benefits early. Early Social Security enrollment could ease the strain on investments, according to Smith. Such regular payments may be sufficient to pay for necessary expenses or at the very least lower the amount that needs to be taken out of your retirement accounts each month. If you begin your claim before reaching full retirement age, be sure to understand how payments will be impacted because taking Social Security early does result in a decreased payout. 67. Create a side business. Another approach to lessen your need to withdraw funds from retirement accounts during a recession is to work part-time. Additionally, it is not need to be a formal job. There is no lack of apps, like DoorDash and TaskRabbit, that let people work at their own pace delivering fast food and putting together furniture for hire. In fact, anyone looking to increase savings or pay down debt before a recession may choose to consider side businesses. Several online or at-home occupations are available as choices for producing money. Thank you for watching and remember to let us know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe.